The Avengers thought they saved Earth again. But this time, their victory came with a deadly mistake. Captain America's shield struck one alien too many, and that alien wasn't an enemy. He was Thor's blood, his only son. The battlefield went silent. Thor froze, his hammer trembled. "What have you done?" "Steve," he whispered, voice shaking with thunder. Lightning cracked the sky, burning the dead alien's mark into the ground. The truth spread across galaxies. Thor's heir, slain by his brother in arms. And now revenge isn't justice. It's personal. The war against the Zorvian Legion had been raging for 3 days. New York was flames and chaos. Alien dropships tore through the skyline like burning meteors. Captain America led the charge, barking orders, shield gleaming under a blood-red sky. Beside him, Iron Man's suit flickered with damage, Spider-Man swung through smoke, and Doctor Strange held reality itself together with trembling hands. Thor had vanished hours ago, chasing the enemy leader, Zorath the Airless, across dimensions. But as the Avengers cornered the last group of aliens, one figure stepped forward, armor cracked, face half human, half Asgardian, blue, eyes glowing like lightning. He raised his hand in surrender. "Please stop. I'm not your enemy," he said. But Cap didn't hear him. Over the roar of battle, all he saw was a glowing weapon in the alien's hand. Reflex took over. The shield flew, clean, perfect final. Crack. The alien fell. The weapon clattered away. When Thor returned moments later, thunder rolled through the heavens. He saw the body, his body. The alien's necklace bore a rune, one only known to Asgard's royal bloodline. Thor dropped Mjolnir. The ground split. "No," he whispered, kneeling beside the body. "This is Elian, my son." The team froze. Cap's eyes widened. "Thor, he was with them. He aimed at us." Thor's eyes glowed white. "He was trying to save you." Lightning crashed down, scorching the earth between them. The air crackled with betrayal. Iron Man stepped in, raising his hands. "Thor, stop. We didn't know." But Thor wasn't listening. Grief turned to fury. The storm grew darker, angrier. "You call yourselves heroes," he said, voice shaking the clouds. "But you kill faster than you think." He lifted Mjolnir, not at the aliens, at his friends. The Avengers braced, unsure whether to fight or beg forgiveness. Doctor Strange whispered, "This isn't a battle anymore, it's judgment." Before Thor could strike, the skies opened, Zorath's fleet returning, energy crackling around a massive portal. A booming voice echoed through the chaos. "You killed the Prince of Asgard. Now mortals, the gods, will suffer." Thor's rage turned to horror. The storm he summoned had opened the very gate Zorath needed. The enemy was back and stronger. As lightning swallowed the city, Cap fell to his knees, whispering, "I killed the wrong man." And above him, Thor vanished into the storm, swearing never to return to Earth again. The storm didn't fade. It followed Thor. For 7 days and nights, lightning tore through the realms as the god of thunder disappeared beyond the Bifrost, carrying nothing but guilt and the body of his fallen son, Elian. The Avengers tried to reach him, but every message through Heimdall's bridge burned away in the thunderclouds. Thor had sealed Asgard off, not from enemies, but from friends. Meanwhile, in the cold black of space, Zorath the Airless stood before his armies. The death of Elian was his opportunity. His voice echoed through the fleet. "The gods are broken. The humans destroy their own protectors. Now we're eyes." He fed the galaxy a lie, that Earth murdered the Prince of Asgard on purpose. Worlds that once worshipped heroes began to fear them. The Avengers became the executioners of Elian. Back on Earth, Tony Stark watched the news feeds explode. Cities across the universe declared war. "We just lost every ally we had," he muttered, staring at the holographic image of Thor's vanished energy signature. Captain America stayed silent. He hadn't spoken in days. Each night, he replayed that moment. The shield flying, the light fading, Thor's scream echoing through smoke. But one night, Strange appeared in the tower, his cloak tattered, his expression grim. "He's alive," Strange said, "but not the Thor we knew." In the astral vision, they saw him, Thor, standing alone in the ruins of Asgard's moon, surrounded by spectral echoes of his people. He had forged a new hammer, darker, heavier, the Stormblade, born from rage and regret. And beside him knelt new allies, banished Asgardians, alien mercenaries, and wanderers who believed Thor's pain was divine justice. Together, they called themselves the Stormborn, and their first vow was simple: avenge Aelion, destroy Zorath, erase Earth's sins. But Zorath was ready. His scientists had stolen fragments of the Bifrost and used them to create something terrifying, a weapon that could rewrite gods. He called it the Null Star, capable of draining immortality itself. In a chilling transmission, Zorath's hologram appeared in Stark Tower, his alien eyes burning cold. You killed the innocent to save your pride. Now I'll kill your gods to save mine. The feed cut out, and an explosion ripped across the moon of Titan. Thor watched the fire bloom across space. His knuckles tightened around the Stormblade. Zorath, he whispered, you will fall, but so will the man who made me lose my son. As the lightning flared across the stars, the screen faded to black with 3 words burning in fire. Next, Thor returns to Earth. The sky over New York cracked open like glass. For the first time in months, the Avengers looked up and saw the impossible, a streak of lightning cutting through the clouds, descending with a roar that shook every window on the eastern seaboard. He was back, Thor, but not the god they knew. His armor was blackened, the gold replaced with jagged silver veins that pulsed with thunder energy. His cape was torn, and in his hand, not Mjolnir, but the Stormblade, humming with violent power. The streets went silent as he landed in front of Stark Tower. The ground split beneath his boots. Rain poured. Lightning crawled across the sky like veins of anger. Captain America stepped forward slowly, shield lowered, eyes heavy. Thor, you came back. Thor's gaze was cold, distant. Not for forgiveness. Tony's suit hummed to life beside him. You might want to tell us why you're blowing holes in the atmosphere first. Thor's voice thundered. Zorath is coming, and I will kill him, but not before I finish what you started. The Stormblade sparked, thunder roared, and before anyone could react, the blade struck Cap's shield, exploding with light. The impact sent a shock wave across the city, tearing apart the street like a bomb had gone off. Iron Man flew between them, repulsors blazing. Thor, you're out of control. Thor's fury crackled. Control? You speak of control after you murdered my son. Cap's voice broke through the storm. It was a mistake. You threw your shield like it was judgment. Another clash, thunder, fire, metal. The 2 legends collided like gods of war. Every hit echoed with history. Every strike heavy with guilt and rage. Thor, stop. Natasha shouted from the Quinjet. Zorath wants this, he's using you. But Thor wasn't listening. Each swing of the Stormblade carried the grief of a father and the vengeance of a god. Cap's shield cracked under the force. The last blow threw him across the street, his suit torn, his face bleeding. Thor stood over him, lightning reflecting in his eyes. You should have been the one to die, not my son. Cap struggled to his knees. Then finish it, he whispered. Because I already did. The thunder froze. For the first time, Thor saw it. The broken man beneath the armor. The guilt that had eaten Steve Rogers alive. Lightning faded. Rain fell softly now. Before Thor could speak, a distant boom echoed across the sky. A burning shape entered Earth's atmosphere. Massive, alive, screaming. Zorath's worship. It wasn't coming to invade. It was coming to erase. Strange appeared through a glowing portal, his voice desperate. If you want vengeance, Thor, you'll have to survive the end of the world first. Thor looked at Cap, beaten, breathing, human. Then up at the flaming sky. The blade dimmed. His voice dropped, almost human. Then we fight one last time. T.O. be continued, Part 5. The Final Storm. Thor and Captain versus Zorath the Airless. The sky burned. Zorath's worship, the Dreadstar, split the clouds like a blade of molten metal. Entire skyscrapers bent from its gravitational pull. The oceans below boiled from its descent. Humanity watched from the ground. Not a hero's, but at the end of everything. On Stark Tower's roof stood the 2 men who once called each other brothers. Thor and Captain America, scarred, silent, facing the storm together. Cap spoke first, voice low but steady. "We started this together. Let's end it that way." Thor's eyes glowed faintly, not with rage this time, but sorrow. "Ilian's blood stains both our hands. Let his vengeance end with us." They clasped wrists, warrior to warrior, and then turned as the heavens opened. Zorath appeared through the fire, his alien armor burning with energy drawn from the null star. His eyes blazed gold, his voice echoing across the city. "You gods kill your own and call it honor. I will show your world what real punishment means." The dread star fired its first beam, a column of cosmic energy that tore through the skyline. "Now," Tony shouted from above, launching Iron Man suits into the air like a metallic storm. Strange portals glowed. Spider-Man swung into the chaos. The Avengers were back, but this time they were fighting not to win but to atone. Thor hurled the Stormblade skyward, slicing the energy beam in half. Lightning consumed the air. Cap followed, leaping onto a crumbling rooftop, shield raised against the storm. Together, they looked like myth reborn, the soldier and the god. Zorath landed, smashing the ground. His armor pulsed, drawing the life force of the planet itself. Every blow he struck shattered concrete and reality alike. Thor countered, lightning exploding from his body. "For my son," he roared, "and for our world." Cap echoed, slamming his shield into Zorath's chest. The impact sent all three flying. Buildings collapsed. The city became thunder and fire. But the null star core inside Zorath began to overload, a black sun ready to erase everything. Strange's voice echoed through the comms. "If it detonates, Earth is gone. Someone has to stop it manually." Everyone froze. They all knew what that meant. Cap looked at Thor. Thor shook his head. "No, Rogers. You have a life beyond this. You have a world to protect." Cap smiled weakly. "That's exactly why I have to do it." He picked up the broken shield, its edge glowing with lightning from Thor's strike. He placed his hand on Thor's shoulder. "You brought the storm, brother. I'll end it." Thor's eyes filled with tears that no rain could hide. "You are no mere man, Steve Rogers." Cap turned toward the warship and ran. Zorath lunged to stop him, but Thor caught the alien's arm, roaring, "You face me." Lightning chained them together. The sky split open, turning white. Cap reached the reactor core, the null star pulsing like a heart of darkness. He slammed the shield in, screaming as the energy surged through him. "Avengers!" The blast consumed everything. A single beam of light pierced the clouds, then silence. When the storm cleared, the dread star was gone. So was Captain America. Only the cracked half of his shield remained, fused into the earth like a tombstone. Thor fell to his knees, clutching it with trembling hands. "You foolish brave man." From above, Stark's voice broke through static. "He did it. Earth's safe." But Thor didn't answer. He looked toward the stars, whispering softly, "Father, son, brother, let their souls find peace." Lightning faded into dawn, and on that quiet morning, as the world rebuilt, a flash of blue energy flickered inside the broken shield, a spark like a heartbeat. Text on screen: "The storm ends, but legends never die."